am I gonna eat? Yo-yos in. Alright, this up now. Man, what's happening? Man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all what sparked the whole video, right? So, couple of homies hit me up. It's like, hey man, we about to put you on three-way with somebody. TV was in it. Mike was in it. It's Brad, Mike, Jerome. So look, so they put me on a three-way with with some dude, man. And the whole argument, Country Ghetto was in it. Charles was in it. This whole argument comes from uh running teams in a hot shot. That's where it comes from. Running teams in a hot shot, right? So they put me on three-way with some dude, man. And eventually, like, it pissed me off. I hung the phone up, man. Cause some people you can't tell them crap. Alright, this dude don't run hot shot. I forgot what they said the dude do for a living. Whatever. Okay, so they going back and forth about it. This guy want to tell me, hey, y'all give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'm sending it to my other phone so I can read it. This must be on my other phone. Hold on. It's probably on my other phone. But anyway, let me keep on. Dude was basically saying they can't you can't run hot shots in the team and all this other. Anyway, so this dude. All right, so they was arguing. So I'm like, man, what's the argument about? Man, your boy wanted to tell me you can't run hot shot, you can't run teams in a hot shot, blah blah blah. But I can call somebody, all this other stuff, right? So I was like, you want me to answer? Man, my bad. Yo, Shreveport, definitely. So I was like, man, I did it. I ran teams in a hot shot for probably, I don't know, probably 6 months. And I've had several level one inspections in the process. All right, so I said, you talking to a person that did it. So this dude want to argue back and forth with me. And so he started getting loud. I started to get loud. And I said, how can you argue with somebody who's done it? Man, are you serious? You don't even do it. You don't even run a truck, but you want to argue with me because you done watched somebody's video that and told you you can't. So I was like, me, all y'all steady want to watch somebody on YouTube video that's giving y'all wrong information, but ain't nobody calling the federal motor carrier and asking them questions. Nobody. That's what I used to do when I was running my own authority. Before I got in the hot shot truck, when I was running a big rig, and then got in the hot shot truck, everything I wanted to know, I reached. Look at this fool, man. Just look at this fool, man. Man, let me calm down. Man, when people drive like this, man, just take me to a whole nother level. And my whole mindset shift. If it ain't the guy y'all see on YouTube, I'd be a whole different person. So let me just calm down and chill out, man. I hate when people act stupid. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, everything I ever wanted to know and learn, I researched it. It ain't even open yet. And I call Federal Motor Carrier and I ask them questions. I don't just get on no YouTube and just speaking about something I don't know nothing about because somebody else said something. And that's what a lot of people do. They get on these videos and they speak about what they heard as if it's true. It ain't true. This speculation. You heard this. You ain't did no research to find out if none of this true. I ain't never heard nobody get on here and read no federal statutes or none of that. They worrying about what somebody else said. And that crap was getting irritating. You know what I'm saying? And then you have all these people following. I ain't talking about a particular person, but whoever's doing it. You have all these people following them, steering them the wrong direction. Then they want to try to argue with you like you don't know what you talking about. No, I know what I'm talking about, and I can show you proof. I will show you the proof. I ain't gotta go back and forth with you. But anyway, dude started getting loud. I started getting loud. Then I started saying to myself, why am I arguing with somebody who don't even do what I do, that ain't done half of the stuff I done did and currently doing, and I'm sitting here arguing with this person. This person don't benefit my life. Man, I said, man, click. I hung up, man. Then my boy them text me, get back on the phone. For what? This dude is a fool. He's an idiot. And he want to argue. Bro, I ain't got time for this dude. He go fall on his face. He can lose everything he got. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Bro, I don't care what you lose. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm still gonna be straight. I'm still gonna be good. Shoot, still gonna have money. Credit still gonna be good. I'm still gonna go. I won't go. Do I won't do. Bro, go do what you do, and go fail. Cause the way you talking, you are gonna fail 100%. 100% you gonna fail. You a fool. You sound like a fool. But I'm not, man. Don't call my phone. Don't get in touch with me. None of that. If you that type of person, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you. Or none of that. Y'all get them. Y'all listen to these people on YouTube act like these people can't be wrong about nothing, and then y'all want to argue with somebody who actually know what they talking about. Bro, stay away from me. Don't talk to me. Don't speak to me. Stay away from me, cause you don't know me like that. Yeah, but that junk, it really made me mad, and I gotta find this. I gotta find this law. But anyway, so I've done it, and I've had level 1 inspections in the process. So with that being said, the first time I ever had level 1 inspection, uh, running teams in the hot shot, uh, straight up, man, straight up country. Yeah, so the first time it ever happened, me and one of my boy Brian, we was headed to Seattle. I think we was headed to Seattle. Anyway, we was in Can. But I thought this dude was finna walk up on me. Man, I thought this dude was finna walk up on me. Thank God he did. Bruh. Thank you, Lord. Yo, but the first time, I don't even want to eat this no more. That dude real life got me drove. But anyway, first time it ever happened to me, I was in Kansas City, and I pulled in a weigh station in Kansas City, and they did a level 1. And that's when I first learned, because you got to remember, I came straight from a semi straight to hot shot. I didn't really know much about a hot shot truck at the time. I was still learning. So on my logbook, I had sleeper berths on it. So the DOT officers, it was two of them. They both told me, they was like, you can't do this. I'm like, well, what you mean? I was like, I'm not driving. It's like, you can't log sleeper berth and you don't have one. So I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? They said, you supposed to go off duty. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I knew then she taught me a valuable lesson. Don't do that no more. All right. I got another DOT inspection in Diboll, Texas, off of 59, running teams. Got same thing. He wanted both our logs, and he wanted to match them up. He wanted to show that I had him as a co-driver, he had me as a co-driver. When he stopped driving, when did I start driving, all that stuff though. So, dang, what my next inspection was in Georgia. I think my next was in Georgia. It's in Georgia. I don't know, Georgia. Yeah, I think it was in Georgia, Mississippi. Same thing. Me and my other homeboy Dayton was riding together. Check both our laws, make sure everything good, blah, blah, blah. So, again, pass the inspection again. So, you want to argue with somebody who did it. Bro, how you going to argue with me? Man, I'm not finna argue with you. You an idiot. You don't even do this. You got me around this mug, getting mad, getting my blood pressure high and everything. I said, man, y'all don't call me no more with no idiot on the phone trying to argue with me. You go check every video I ever put out since I first started putting videos out. Everything I ever put out on a video, you can go find the law to it, you can go find everything. I don't just get on here and just run my mouth and say anything. That's why you're not seeing me on YouTube every day like a lot of people. They get in and they just make videos and make videos. Now I'm gonna get on here when I got something to say that's worth something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nobody don't have that. So don't take nothing I'm saying on these videos and go find some particular person who up and say, well, he said this and he said that. I ain't bashing nobody. But what I am saying, those idiots that want to try to argue with me, y'all can go screw yourself, because I know what I'm talking about. And I got proof. And I ain't ever been shut down before. None of that. In 5 years, I ain't had no problem. You know why? Because I called the federal motor carrier and I asked them questions. And then after I asked them questions, they tell me what statute to go look up. So I'm within means. You know why DLT police officer can't get on me? Because I read the law and I don't allow them to. So if they try to come at me with some BS, I'm going to pull my statute book out and say, all right, on page 84, second paragraph, 304D, section, blah, 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 this say this and show it to them. You get what they going to say? Yeah, you right. And they're going to leave me alone, because I ain't no person you can just get over on. You got to show me. I'm a show me person. You got to show me. You ain't finna tell me nothing. You ain't like all these people lying. I done made $400,000, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care what you made. But if you trying to convince me, you need to show me proof. I'm not going to take your word for nothing. Zero. I'm not taking nobody's word for nothing. I'm not that type of person. So don't even come at me with none of that. I don't care what you got going on in your life. I don't care how much money you made. I don't care about none of that. Because what you got going on does not affect me. Your money you made ain't gonna pay my bills. I ain't gotta pay them bills. So I don't care nothing about all that. And that's the biggest problem with people on YouTube. They worry about what everybody else got going on and trying to prove them wrong. How is that gonna benefit your life? Worrying about what somebody else got going on. Now, if you're trying to use somebody else's situation as motivation, that's one thing. But if you're trying to use somebody else's situation just to try to prove them wrong, what are you gaining from it? Or does your personality or your confidence level suck that bad that you need somebody else to be doing horrible to make yourself feel good? You're a loser if that's the case. You're a loser. You're nothing. You're a zero person. Man, that dude just really just made me mad, bro. He really made me mad. Like, bro, don't get loud with me, because if we were face to face, I would slap you in real life. You will get slapped. Bro, don't play with me. I'm not the person to play with, bro. I'm not that person. I'm the coolest, nicest person you will ever be around in your whole entire life. I get people to show on my back, but disrespect is a zero. I would slap you real loud, open hand, slap hard as I can. I try to break my arm, slap you in your face. Don't play with me. I don't tolerate no disrespect from nobody on this earth. Cause I ain't gonna disrespect nobody. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody. I ain't gonna disrespect a baby. I'm not gonna disrespect no human person, period. Not even an animal. So I ain't gonna take no disrespect from nobody. Believe it. Some of these people tripping. You wanna get loud, why? Man, don't play with me, bruh. I'm the wrong person to play with. Y'all internet gangsters, boy, y'all better quit playing with me. For real. I don't play all these games, bro. All this getting loud, all this other stuff, man. Man, I'm the wrong person to play with, bro. I'm a good guy, but I'm not the person to play with. Don't play with me, bro. For real. All that y'all can get loud with somebody else, bro. Like, I throw these hands for real. I do this. I'm one of the ones who had fights every day of their life. Every day. Because I was always small, and big dudes felt like you don't supposed to say nothing to them because you small enough. All right, well, I'm finna show you. So I grew up doing these, and I box. I box for real life. So play with me. You can play with me if you want to. I don't really want that. I'm a peaceful, loving, friendly person, but I do not tolerate no disrespect from no human person. That's what really just made me mad. You hollering and screaming at me. I'm trying to help you, bro. You tripping. You tripping. That's why I found man. Hey man, don't ever do that. Y'all don't put me on the phone, no idiots, man. Don't do that, bro. Come on, man. This dude's an idiot. Everybody I ever helped in my life, they're doing good right now. They weren't just doing good when I first helped them out. They are currently still doing good. Like, they've been consistently doing good. So my work proves it. You know what I'm saying? My work speaks for itself. You don't come to me or telling me nothing about what somebody who told you something and they ain't really doing good right now. Don't I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. I've made my mistakes back in 2015. These people are making their mistakes now. So I'm not trying to hear that, bro. But I've always been a boss. I ain't ever worked for nobody. Trucking company wise. I ain't ever worked for nobody before. Never, ever, ever. I've always had my own. So nobody, if you ain't been in my situation, you can't tell me that. If you ain't never been a parent, you can't tell me how to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never been married, you can't tell me how to be married. If you ain't never done what I did, you can't tell me nothing. I ain't saying I can't learn nothing from you, but you can't tell me about none of this, how to make this work. You tripping. Man, these people tripping. You worry about somebody else told you what you done heard. You take trying to tell somebody else. Won't you do it first before you start trying to teach somebody something? You can't be a good teacher if you hadn't been a good student. Period. That's just the way the world works. Cannot be a good teacher if you've never been a good student. Cannot be a good leader if you've never been a good follower. Period. Man, it do flying. God, man, bro, you tripping. Man, let me see. Try to read some comments if I can. Just straight up, man. Excel, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I am the shirts, but I need to make sure it's right, man. Like I don't just throw something together, man. I like to I know a lot of people probably say, hey, I move too slow and stuff, but I'm the type of person I feel like this here. Dang, I'm tripping. I feel like if you pace yourself, your product will last. Not just your product, anything you do in your life. If you pace yourself, whatever you got going on will last for a long time. A lot of people that rush and do stuff, they don't last because they didn't look at the pros and cons. They didn't let stuff work itself out. They just jump right on something. You know, good example. Man, Excel. That's what I'm talking about. Mike, facts. You got that's why I realize in life a lot of people fail because they don't make calculated decisions. Everything is a risk, so don't get me wrong about that. But you need to make you need to do a lot of research and take educated risks based off the information that you gain. You know what I'm saying? And you can learn from any person, but at the same time, if they ain't, I'm trying to figure out the best example. All right, so I'm gonna give you an example. Hmm, if a person ever tell you something, it don't matter what it is. It could be at your church, right? Your pastor, he tell you something. He need to be able to show you in the Bible, word from word, that what he's saying is to be true. You can't just tell me. You can't be skipping words and leaving words out. I need it word from word. Because when you skip words and leave words out, that change the definition of everything. Same thing with the law. If you go on skipping words, you trying to teach me about the law, but you skipping and leaving words out, it don't mean the same no more. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like me and my boy were talking, the law is a guideline and interpretation. So that's why you go to court. So for example, an officer give you a ticket for something, and you just say you like, oh, this ain't right. I feel like I got did wrong. for whatever reason. You go to court, y'all gonna stand in front of the judge. The judge gonna look at the evidence, and the judge gonna say who's right, who's wrong. If that officer was wrong and you was right, guess what? They gonna throw it out. You beat the case. That's why the court system exists. So just because somebody got a uniform on, a police officer, that don't mean they know everything. That's why they have books and references. You know what I'm saying? Just because you the law don't mean you're right. And I'm not bashing police officers because we need police officers. But what I'm saying is just because you have that uniform on does not mean you're right. Period. And people need to quit thinking it. Oh, that's police. This person, this and that. So what? I worked for the sheriff office for 3 years. So that don't mean I knew everything. Three. Dang, my bad, my bad. But like I was saying, I was just talking about you know, just because somebody got that uniform on don't mean that they're right. You know, just because, and I'm not bashing police officers because we need police officers, we gotta have them. But just because they are Big Chris was in there. Just because they're a police officer and they got a uniform on does not mean they're right. They have books, they have references. They have to go fact check all this stuff or whatever. You go sit in front of a judge so the judge can determine who right and who wrong or whatever based on the evidence. I worked for the sheriff's office for 3 years. I was a deputy. So you can't tell me. I know. I'm not in that particular situation, but what I am saying is you're talking when I speak from what I've done. I have the experience in this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like some guy, oh, I've been driving 18 wheeler for 3 years, and blah 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 blah, and this and that. Okay, for the most part, running a hot shot truck and running an 18 wheeler is the same. They got to go by the same rules for the most part, but there are differences. And if you hadn't done that, that don't mean just because you've been driving 18 years that you right. I didn't even know how to hook a hot shot trailer up when I first got in a hot shot. I came from straight from a rig, fifth wheel. So me going from that to a hot shot trailer, but I was clueless to how to hook it up, wait, how to plug up the electric. Well, I know how to plug it in, but I'm saying how to make the electric brakes. All this, man, I didn't know nothing about that. I had to learn. So what I'm saying is, just because you did one particular thing, don't mean you're gonna be good at everything. If you, as a pilot, what you do as a pilot, you have to train in each particular aircraft. You have to have so many flight hours in that aircraft. You have to perfect that aircraft. Just because you're a pilot don't mean nothing. Because you're a pilot don't mean you're gonna fly helicopters good. Just and people keep getting this mixed up. Just because you've been driving drive-ins for 18 wheelers don't mean you're gonna be real good at heavy haul. It ain't the same. You driving, that's the same. But even in those situations, it still ain't the same because you run a drive-in, you max out, you still under 80,000 pounds. You run a heavy haul truck. You know what I'm saying? 18 speed gear, double transmission, all this other stuff. Man, you're probably gonna be going down hills at 20 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because your load is so heavy. It's a whole lot that you gotta know. Just because you did something and that one thing don't mean you're good at everything, that you know everything. Experience is key. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, just because you do this don't mean that you're great at that. The difference with me, I've done everything I spoke about. I did it. I ran big trucks. I ran specialized oversized loads, hazmat loads. I've done all this kind of crap. I done drove over the U.S. I done drove on ice, snow. I done drove through freaking tornadoes and stuff. I did this crap. You know what I'm saying? I used to work as a deputy. I'm a fireman. I'm a police. I mean, I'm a paramedic. I only speak on what I know and the experience I have. Quit speaking about crap you don't know nothing about. Period. Come across the Hoover Dam. Hey man, wait, man, I'm at the station. I gotta get out. But if y'all got questions, y'all already know. Y'all can get at me. I don't turn nobody down for no information. And whatever I tell you, always go look it up. Fact check what I'm saying. Everything. I don't care what it is. Everything I tell you, fact check it. Don't ever take nobody's word for it. Don't ever take my word for it. I always preach on it. Got to be willing to learn some new things, even if you've been doing it for a while. But always open to learning more. Hey, second chance. I really like. I love that comment because that is a mature and educated comment, and man, I appreciate that. Like seriously, man. And one thing I've learned, certain people you deal with, you just gotta get away from. And there's no reason to argue with somebody that feel like they already know everything. This dude here is not even the guy that I was going back and forth before I hung up in his face. This guy is not even in the industry, and I let myself get out of character by hollering and screaming back and forth with this dude. To me, how I feel deep down is I'm the fool. Yeah, yo. Email infonewsmario@yahoo.com. INFONEWSMARIO@yahoo.com. Those super truckers you got to watch out for effects. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all